In a world full of people who think life is a happy series of coincidences and trust the official narrative, some of us know better. Tales of Stonehenge, dogmen, chemtrails, and more. All of this we will explore in the Seany Zone. Hey.
Hey.
What's up,
Hi.
people?
What is
How you
up?
doing? What's up? We're here, folks. It's the Seany Zone on a Tuesday night, on voting night. How you doing, Seany, my bro?
I am not a crook.
Man, you going deep on that one, going back for Nixon.
Cool.
Okay,
Yeah, we're
come
not
on,
allowed
come
to say that name.
That's
Nope.
right.
Nope,
Whatever.
nope.
Okay, go ahead.
Previous.
All right. How you doing tonight there, Seany? What's good in the Seany Zone tonight, my friend?
I'm doing very well. And
Good.
I'd like to tell you all, let's start with the, so everybody, hello, how are you? Cast the like button tonight. Turn on your memberships. Hello. Turn on your gifted memberships if that's still a thing. We still doing that, right?
We're doing it. Yes,
we're doing it. I've had a few. The voices are back in my head.
All right, there you go. All right, get them out.
I've had a few contacts through various social medias asking me if I was okay. I'm okay. My health is fine. Everything's fine. It's been very stressful this fall. I have had a lot going on. There's been a lot of irons in the fire, as they say. Yeah. There's been some stuff going on the network and stuff going on with me. So a few of the times haven't worked out, whatever, but we're good. Everything's good. Everyone's fine. So I want to thank everyone that did reach out to ask me if I was okay. Our good friend Mumbling Nick was one of them.
Nick.
Everything's fine. I'm good. As far as I know. I do have a colonoscopy planned for March, so we'll hope that that's okay as well.
You don't need to tell us about your dating life right now. We don't need. Oh,
yeah, I'm going to that one. Provincetown. It's a big gay town in Mass. That's whatever. All right. Anyways, moving on.
So what are you going to get into for the last Seany Zone right here on the Shuli Network tonight, Seany?
Well, we have two. I do want to make note of we have a new member.
We do. Well, let's say hello.
Shuli Network. Silent Shape.
Yo.
I wish your name was Silent Shape Shifter.
Haha.
My paywall.
Oh, there you go.
Behind the paywall.
Hey, look, Seany, you said shapeshifter. You reminded me of Dogman. Look, I'm rocking your shirt, bro. One last time for you, the Seany Show. I'm official.
I love it. I was actually in New Hampshire on Sunday. We went out for a hike and looked. I was trying to find some research date. She thinks it's a date. I'm like, I'm trying to look for clues.
I thought we were going apple picking, honey. You seem to be looking for dogmen.
You're looking for scat piles and broken branches.
Exactly.
Guilty as charged. But we also have some Daniel August gifted a Shuli Network membership.
Quad.
And
yeah, we should take a minute to shout out Daniel August because he's been a bro on this show from the start, and I want to thank Daniel August too because he'll stop by my show BF Live Monday through Friday on YouTube, and he hits me up too and helps me out. So thank you, Daniel August. He's always been a huge supporter of you, Shawnee.
He has been, and I wanted to say, I know you were calling him DA, but I want to call him Dog. August, Dog.
Because you the dog. Thank you, Daniel August, man.
And here's another one from the dog.
And at 7:05, he gifted another.
Boom.
Shuli Network membership.
There you go.
And Mike, shitty internet provider.
MSIP.
Wheelchair prison.
Fuck yeah.
All right.
So we got a few here. That's good. We got we're on our way, folks. We're on
it's all chat family.
Way.
I see Psych in here, MSIP, all of our friends.
Mike Louder.
That's right.
Yeah. So I was hoping tonight to do some voting coverage and stuff, but the platform won't allow for any political talk, and so our hands are really tied. I mean, the First Amendment, in my opinion, is being put to a slow death. But
well, hey guys.
Hey buddy, what's up?
To be clear, I mean, we can talk about politics. It's just more of watching our opinions about, say a particular candidate or former president.
We can talk in general terms.
Yes.
We can make generalizations.
Or say one party believes they're this way, or one party is believing this way.
All right.
You know what I'm getting at?
Okay.
We can substitute a word or two. We apologize, guys. It's all about YouTube. It's not us.
Yes. I was just coming with a platform. So you mentioned which platform. So I'm trying to be very, very, very tender with my posts.
We can talk about scat porn, but we got to watch it on the politics.
How about that? How about that? There you go. That's what we're dealing with right now. There you go.
Yes, that's insane. It's fucking nuts. Psych coming in with $2. He says, "Sorry, I'm a broke ass, but I love you both. Thank you, Psych." It goes both ways. It's a three-way love. We're in a love triangle here.
It just officially got weird here in the Seany Zone. Thank you, Psych Clyde, and thanks everybody, man. We appreciate that. Hey, $2 is $2, man. We appreciate it. Thank you.
Yes, absolutely. We'll read any of the pores. We don't care. Is John still saying that, the pores?
I'm not sure. I'm not sure what we're doing. I see Mike Larson checking in. Dina Marie's checking in, saying hi to BF and Shawnee. All of our friends stopping by.
Absolutely. Brian Clouder gifting a Shuli Network membership. Thank you, Brian Clouder.
Blocked.
Hey Bobby, how have you've heard about there's this little thing going on with P. Diddy?
Yeah, I've heard little bits about that. Little bits and pieces, Shawnee. It's been around.
You want to know what's interesting about that? The news about that whole case broke the same day that 23andMe. Do you understand what that is? Yeah,
that's the DNA service where you kind of check your bike around and your DNA.
No, the entire board, the entire board resigned that day, and then P. Diddy came out in the news once that. Is it me?
I don't know.
Did I freeze?
Or it's me? No, you're good. You're good.
No, you're okay.
They're trying to keep us down. Is
Maybe
Bob?
It was me.
Okay.
It's only on this show, guys.
Really freaky, man, freaky. Bob Lieberman gifting five Shuli Network memberships.
I never had a desire to go into the middle.
John, I don't want to get into that because that'll be the whole show. The whole show if I play John as a kid. P. Diddy's case came out the day that the entire board of 23andMe resigned. And now all that DNA, all the DNA that they've collected is its outcome is unclear. They are not confined to HIPAA rules and regulations because they're not a healthcare program.
Yeah.
So even though they've told us that the data itself has been anonymized. I think that's the word, anonymized, because it's been basically made anonymous as to whose DNA it was. So they say.
Right.
So they say.
Right.
But all that, it's all out there somewhere. So for somebody to, the stock has tanked. The company's on the brinks. And it's what's going to come of all that DNA is the question. If and when they completely fail, and it looks like it's going to be the case. But what a beautiful thing to direct everyone's eyes away from this onto a celebrity with shocking a sex scandal.
Yeah, there always seems to be like some kind of pop-up story that kind of pulls us away from maybe another story. That does happen from time to time, Shawnee. So you might be onto something there.
It's the old 3-ball, the 3-cup game there. You know,
okay,
look at the ball. Look at the ball.
Pay no attention to this hand while you're getting screwed by this one over here. You know,
absolutely. Michael B coming in with a 1.99, and he says, Go Bills, and I'm down for that. We're gonna get into some NFL tonight. There's some stuff that I have been seeing that is I can't even. It's hard for me to get into the sport at all this year because of there's just the refs. But I'll get into.
Yeah, you're talking about the referee football league, the RFL. That's what I call it nowadays, Shawnee. Because I don't even get excited for a play in the NFL no more. Like, I'll see the play happen, Shawnee, and then I go, now I look at the stripe guys and see if I'm allowed to be excited or enjoy that play. And I really don't do that until they tell me that it's okay.
Right. Yeah, it's tough because any play that goes on when I'm watching the game, I look for that little yellow.
You got to look up the other end of the field all over the place and make sure there isn't a flag on the field before you enjoy it, because it is the referee football.
It is fucking insane. It is so insane that, like, in some games they want to be the show and they just throw flags. And it's one thing if you throw flags consistently. But when it's inconsistent and one team gets away with the plays that you see the other team being flagged for, you can't. What else? What other conclusion are you to draw except that Vegas wants this team to win, and that's why we're going down this road?
I think that's part of it, Shawnee, and I also think that referees tend to let their guard down when it comes to like a Tom Brady with the Patriots. They expect perfection out of them, so they don't really look for them to do anything bad. They really look at the other teams more. To me, that's a little bit part of the equation too. Like, oh, well, they are the Chiefs, so they do no wrong, so they couldn't have caused a penalty. I think that's part of it too.
Speaking of the Chiefs, they are undefeated. I mean, the ref/Chiefs are undefeated, and I have some clips. We may as well just get into that part of it right now. Can we play number 279 off of the Discord? Because there's a play here that definitely everyone else in the world could see that it was a false start, but except for the refs that were all on the field that day.
Yep. All right. Well, I'll run this for you right here, buddy. And then you also have earlier in the season where the Chief defender blatantly turned a wide receiver around in the end zone, and it wasn't called at all.
Oh, so I think I have that on here too.
Do you? Okay. Well, I'll do a screen share right here. Tell us this play right here, buddy. This is obviously.
This was the last game. There was a false start. I think it's the guy with the yellow tape on his shoe that does a false start, clear as day. And led to a TD for the Chiefs.
Let's see.
There was movement by There was movement.
Hell yeah, he moved long before the ball went.
There was movement.
Once again, Shawnee, I think this lends itself to the Chiefs are perfect. Patrick Mahomes and they're perfect. They execute every play flawlessly every time, and they tend not to look as hard at these kind of teams, Shawnee.
And meanwhile, Mahomes is having a statistically poor season for him.
Mm-hmm.
Yet they're undefeated because the refs keep pulling shit like this. We have a big purple that we need to address.
Yeah.
Here's the last
one.
What's that? I know. Here's one for Dog. Thank you for the 50. Here's the last 50 for the zone. And just so you know, I was talking to a guy who knew another guy who was married to another guy who said, fuck certain candidate.
Mm-hmm.
These are the opinions of a guy who knew another guy who was married to that guy, not of me or TSN.
Thank you for the 50, Daniel August.
TSN. Thank you, Daniel.
Thank you, man.
Lovely.
That.
I love you, dude. I wish I could have read that. I mean, but as it stands, I cannot. And yeah. Okay, so we were talking about the NFL. Can we go to number 280? This is the play I think you meant, Bobby.
Oh, really? I didn't know. See, I didn't even know you had this play, and we must be just thinking alike. But yeah, so I noticed this too, Shawnee, because being a football fan, you notice throughout the years that at some point, one team, whether it be the Patriots or now the Chiefs, they become the darling of the league, and they get a lot of the calls in their favor, and so the Chiefs are the flavor of the month right now. So there we go. Let's show this one, Shawnee. Yes, look at this.
Contact.
Mugged him and wasn't even looking for the ball.
And then runs right into him.
Twice.
Yeah. That's bad. Which prevented the Atlanta Falcons from being able to win that game.
That's right.
Keeping the darling of the league, the Chiefs, undefeated.
There you go. I know he's saying whatever sport it is, Shawnee, I get tired of seeing the same teams win over and over again. It gets boring after a while, you know?
Well, and it really sucks when they're winning like this.
Yes.
When they're winning, like they didn't just beat a team and just beat the shit out of them.
Right. It's because of little ticky-tack shit like this
that
they get away with, but the other teams do not.
Do you know that since 2022, Mahomes has, I found the stat. He has 17 interceptions overturned by flags.
Wow, I did not know that number.
And Shawnee, that is the next guy is 8.
Damn, I did not know that number, Shawnee. Wow, that's crazy. But I know he has been increasingly throwing more interceptions his last 2.5 to 3 seasons. It seems like his mistakes are getting more, but he's still good enough that he can like outplay his mistakes.
Yes. Well,
especially when you have help.
Yeah. But just the fact that he's got 17 of them over the last 2 years that have been overturned by the referee's flags makes you start going serious. Like, and the next guy is 8. Come on. It's wild. It's wild to me. Can we also go to number 284? And in this one, you're going to see the refs wait until the play doesn't work to call a flag. They don't.
This drives me nuts, Shawnee. And this gets back to what I was telling you before about waiting to see if it's okay to enjoy a play or something. Because, and like it's one thing if the flag is already on the ground and you have to wait for the play to finish. But it's also like the play happens and they go, la-ti-da-ti-da. They wait to see the result and they go, nope, didn't like that. And they throw the flag.
Yeah, and they go, no, these guys, they're supposed to win tonight. Throw the flag.
That's those delayed ones drive me nuts, Shawnee. So you're saying that's what you got right here? So let's show you this one right here. All right. And here we go. Cincinnati at Kansas City. Let's see. No, we didn't get the result we wanted. Oh, no, there you go.
And what is the flag on? It couldn't have been on that play that we just saw.
Let's see.
Watch.
It's a jump ball. So it's on these guys. He's got it in his hand already.
That was far less of a flaggable play than the one in Atlanta.
Exactly. Like, this is two guys jumping for the same ball.
He didn't hit him. He didn't run into him. He hit the ball.
Right, and he had his eyes on the ball, and he was making an equal play for the ball, Shawnee. I agree with that.
It's
so there
absolutely insane. But that's why, and last year I complained a lot about about the sport, and people online are like, "Well, what are you going to do? You're going to not watch?" And this year I kind of haven't really. I'm just not into it. I just don't.
Especially Chiefs games, because I'm not tuning into every game just to watch the favored Chiefs win. That's boring. I'll tune in when I think that there might be a team that has a chance to beat the Chiefs. But if it's like most of these lowly teams, I don't tune into that.
Yeah, and it's tough too, because as a fan of the Bills, Josh Allen does get a lot of calls for like roughing the passer when he flops, and I admit it, but they also get fucked on a lot of calls with like they got called for shit that doesn't go on. He had like 2 or 3 face mask calls that I've seen them not even call. So
yeah, so there is that.
I don't know.
There is that.
Anyways.
Conspiracies in the referee football league.
Yeah. So, hey, Bob, did you know that tonight, coincidentally enough, our country, which I can't name, will be testing a hypersonic nuclear device?
Whoa, I did not know that, Shawnee.
This is from multiple sources online that I found this. I don't think I can even say like the websites. I don't even know what I can or can't say at this point.
Right.
But that our country, and I can't name the country, but just the one where we live, is going to test this late in the wee hours of the night tonight. And I'm not even sure. They don't even define exactly where it's going or what it's going to do.
Did you say this is supersonic?
Hypersonic. I
know that. I think NASA was supposed to be working and developing like the new generation of the Concorde, basically, like new supersonic or hypersonic flight, Shawnee. So, being a devil's advocate or something, that might be what they're testing. I don't know.
This is specifically nuclear device.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I did forget the nuclear part. That's a pretty big part of it.
Yeah. And so, I mean, that's something to think about as you go to bed tonight.
I'll sleep better.
Well, you know what? Here's what it comes down to. Like, when tonight's done, half the country is going to be mad, and the other half will be, saying, "Oh, yay!"
Not as mad.
They won't. They'll be way less mad. Yeah, and who knows if we'll even wake up tomorrow? You know what I mean? It's crazy. Bob, do you know about the
right when he's asking me a question, he's freezing up or I'm freezing up?
Bobby.
Yeah, you seem to be freezing up there.
Bobby.
One more
hey,
time,
Bobby.
Come on, mate.
Bobby, you there?
I'm here. Are you here?
Okay.
Come on, Sean.
The famous squirrel that is it been in the news?
Yeah, I've been hearing some stories about the squirrel in the news and everything. Yes.
So apparently, somebody online didn't like this squirrel. Didn't like the fact that somebody owned a squirrel, and called the New York State Department of Conservation, saying as such. And so they raided the guy's house, took away the squirrel and a raccoon that had been left for dead. The guy owns like a huge property, 270 acres or something.
Yeah.
And he'd found these things, on death's doorstep, and took them in for the last few years, and has been, they've become pets.
And I think they were somewhat of social media stars. That's why other people knew about them, right?
Yes, the squirrel
Mm-hmm.
specifically. So somebody complained, and then the state went in and took away the squirrel, euthanized it, and the raccoon to test their brains to make sure they didn't have rabies,
Wow.
even though they had lived in this guy's house for many months. I think the squirrel had been there for like a year and a half, and the raccoon had been almost a year. Rabies would have claimed them by this point had they had it. You know what I mean? Like, it doesn't make any sense. The oversight, like the totalitarianism of it, the fear that I have is that anything that somebody doesn't like about you, they can come and raid my house because of the show. Who knows? You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, so I really only know the bullet points of this, Shawnee, the story, like we kind of all been hearing about. I didn't really get too deep into it, but it does seem extreme on the surface when you're talking about a viral squirrel or whatever animal that was left for dead, the owner kind of keeping it alive and all, and then all of a sudden you see this use of excessive force in order to basically come in and take it from them. It does seem to be, on the surface, without knowing all the details, it does seem to be a little strong for what the situation was. Strong reaction.
Yeah. Like cutlass, maybe it's a good point. They kill a man's squirrel. You can have hamsters, guinea pigs, mice, rats, birds of all kinds. Like, you can have all these pets that, but also, canary said diseases.
Mm-hmm.
But we go after this man's squirrel. Like,
yeah, and they care. I mean, so what did they care that much about? That they were that passionate about rabies that they felt the need to raid the house? And I understand that they left the house quite disheveled, looking for a squirrel. It's not going to be in the drawers. It's not going to be in intimate areas. I mean, they ultimately found it, but they had the whole place disheveled from some of the pictures.
Yeah, like what in what world do you need to destroy the man's house to find the squirrel that in everything you saw of it was on the couch, and it was jumping around the house and stuff, and in his hat and whatever. Like the thing, it wasn't as if it was like in a cage in the basement that they had to go hunt for. You know what I mean?
And this is very much a swatting situation, Shawnee, if you will, and that we've had people in these communities, unfortunately, that have experienced that swatting situation. But this seems like directed or purposeful swatting, to where it's like there was like a reason to do it, or someone was directed there, as opposed to just an anonymous call.
Yeah, and it just makes me concerned that, like, is this the new normal, like, that we're going to?
It shouldn't be this easy to turn the powers of any particular government or police agency on against another citizen just by a mere report.
Exactly. That's where I really, really have a lot of fears.
Yeah.
Yep.
Understand.
I mean, if that's the point, if that's where we're at, then we're in some deep shit.
Mm-hmm.
If I can still say shit here, I don't know. It's it just makes me feel like so when do we start with farms? Because all this, somebody's got like hens.
Is Shawnee cutting out to you, Bob?
Yeah, Shawnee, you're very choppy, my friend. You're a little underwater right now, my friend, as they say.
All right, hang on.
We'll wait for it to clear up a little bit. But yeah, it does seem to be a bit excessive.
Different.
There you go.
Hello, is this any better?
You sound good. I can hear you now. Yes.
Yeah.
Hello?
Yes.
Behind.
Is this any better?
You're clear, but you're a Japanese.
Is this any better?
On a Sunday afternoon.
Yeah, that's right. Like the old kung fu things, right? Yeah. Hello. I am Shawnee from the Seany Zone. I am going to kick your ass right now. There we go. We'll wait for it. I go through these problems during the day, too. We got to wait for the signal. Goes underwater a little bit from time to time.
Are we better?
You are watching The Shawnee
Shawnee,
Zone.
go out and come back in.
Literally walk out of the room and come back in.
That doesn't mean we're going to switch your Wi-Fi.
What's that?
Exactly. I'm just going to say, go out and come back in.
Okay.
If that doesn't work, all right, yeah, do that.
All right, while Shawnee checks out a minute, we'll hang out here, me and Andy. This is the last Shawnee Zone. While I'm here and I have a minute, there's Andy. I want to thank you, Andy, number one, for always being a bro. And I want to thank Shuli for first recommending that I might be a good second for Shawnee. Thank you, Shuli, for all the opportunities you've given me and Shawnee and a lot of us other guys, man. I'll just take this little time in between what we're doing right here on the Shawnee Zone to say that.
Absolutely, buddy. It's been great having you. I enjoy the show a lot. Hopefully we can revisit things in the new year.
Yeah, we'll have to see what happens because Shawnee has it said, he's had a lot of personal issues to where his life is very busy and it's been challenging for him to make some of these shows. And he did state to me that maybe when we get down, past the fall or maybe into the next year, like you said, that maybe his life will maybe level off a little bit to where he'll know kind of what he's doing, whether that be back here or starting his own channel or something. But he's determined to keep the Shawnee Zone alive and we're determined to have a show for you.
Yeah, you bet. Yeah, here's hoping. It's been a lot of fun.
Here's hoping. Yep.
There's our guy.
But you got him back. There he is. He's back. He's back. There you go.
There you go, pal.
Hi. How are we doing?
We're doing okay,
buddy. Do I sound all right now?
So far, so good, buddy.
Sound good. Look good.
There you go.
Doing all right, brother.
All right.
Yep.
All right. So we were saying before all that I had to avenge my father's death at the hands of Shinho. And, hi!
Did you? Uh-oh.
Well, maybe we were saying, you guys were saying like I was kung fu. Yes. Yes! Stacy, oh no, just got here. This is the last S zone. No!
Stacy Allen, another great supporter of you from the start, Shawnee, and us. Thank you, Stacy Allen.
She's been wonderful. She has been wonderful. I didn't catch everything you guys said because I left the room and all. But like you said, like I don't want to. This is not this isn't a funeral. Let's just say.
Right. It's good. Right. It's bye for now, as our friend Eric the Major. Bye for now.
Bye for now.
That's right. It's just bye for now.
Do.
Shawnee, I just used a little time waiting for you to come back to express our gratitude to Shuli and to everybody here in the chat for letting us do the show. And I did explain that you're determined to keep the Shawnee Zone going, whether it be revisiting, coming back here after the first of the year, or maybe starting your own channel or something. We're going to see what we're going to do. Right?
Yeah. There's things will move. This isn't. Like I said, this is just a. This is not a funeral. It's just
bye for now.
It's a bye for now, and that's just what that's where we're at, and things we'll let the chips fall where they will, as they say. That's a saying that they say, and I'm saying it now too.
The only thing constant is change. Someone told me before. The only thing that's constant is change.
Yes. Well, so I had the little guy that I had years ago when my kids were like really, really young. In fact, it was when I only had one kid. He said, "Life is just a bunch of phases," and that always stuck with me. Yep. And I agree with him.
Cool.
It's just a phase and a phase and a phase and a phase and a phase.
That's right.
And it's true. So we're in a phase, and there might be a little bit less of me on the air right now, but that doesn't mean it's going away because I got the bug for this now. So I want to I want to be on the air, so I like it. I like being able to speak my mind and whatever. I mean, as much as YouTube will, the platform will allow me.
Yeah, and that can vary from day to day, Shawnee.
It definitely does. But hey, Bob, yes. I have some more Discord stuff before we get out of here.
Okay, all right.
I want to go to number 283. This is I put this on under weird stuff. This guy makes a comparison between two famous people. I mean, one's famous for stuff she's.
Wow.
Well,
So this is John Benet Ramsey, right? The girl that kind of
Yes.
ended up dead, and her parents were kind of both separately accused. I don't think they've ever quite figured out who her ultimate killer was, did they?
This has never been solved. It's just a random crime.
And this guy has a theory, right? So when you play this right now,
He's got a theory,
here we go.
and it's interesting.
All right, let's go.
Jean-Benet Ramsey, Katy Perry.
What?
Ramsey, Perry. Perry, Ramsey, Ramsey, Perry. Ramsey, Perry.
Whoops.
Ramsey, Perry. Ramsey, Perry, Perry, Ramsey. Ramsey, Perry. Katy Perry.
Just watch. It gets weirder.
Jean-Benet Ramsey.
All right, I'm definitely watching then. Would you get down to birthmarks, Shawnee?
Yeah, there's some birthmarks that he points out.
I'm not sure if that's ass cleavage or cleavage. I don't know what we're looking at, but okay.
It's like her neck, shoulder.
Right, it's her neck.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, shoulder.
Her armpit area. Okay.
It's her arm, like underneath the little sleeve.
Katy Perry, Jean-Benet Ramsey. Entertainment purposes, of course. I know they couldn't possibly be the same person because she died several years ago. And anyone that would ever question that is just a really, really big psychopath.
Uh-oh. Wow.
Entertainment only.
Wee.
Whoa, Shawnee. What do you make of that, buddy?
It's really strange that they have a lot of the same birthmarks. No?
The number of birthmarks kind of gives it more plausibility to it. But it's like, why would there even need to be a cover up at all? But yeah, the number of the birthmarks sure makes it interesting, Shawnee.
It definitely does. It definitely does. It's really bizarre because and I don't know if I can even say that. All right, so it's just weird because the whole Jean-Benet thing never got solved, and like that whole thing is bizarre in and of itself.
Yeah.
And then
so many weird kind of stories around it with the mother and the father, and whether somebody came in the house or not, and the whole thing was weird.
Absolutely, it's just fucking bizarre, and the fact that it was in the news so much, and then just never got solved, and everyone just forgot about it.
Yes, every tabloid paper, everyone was talking about Jean-Benet Ramsey, and look, and even up till this day, it's still a story, right?
Absolutely. Well, there was a long point where it wasn't. It just fell off in the news, and just nothing.
Yeah. What?
So I don't know. And it's just really, really strange.
I mean, lots of people have doppelgangers and all, but they made a compelling argument by circling all the birthmarks, because that is kind of a truly unique feature of us, is that we all kind of have our own birthmarks. That's why they're called birthmarks.
You would think so. You would think so. Yeah.
You would think.
Yeah. Number 281, we have a bunch of mysterious stuff going on in the skies.
Mm-hmm. Is that so? All right. Well, let's see what you got for us here.
Let's see.
All right. Mysteries in the skies on the Seany Zone on the Shuli Network. Here we go. All right, Sean.
What the hell? What is that, Mom?
What?
Ma, you see this?
No.
Is that Homer
Holy
Simpson?
shit.
No, the clown.
What the hell is that?
What is happening? I see.
Real-life glitches, strange occurrences, skies shifting colors.
Fire in the sky, they call that.
Like portals opening.
Oh, that
Are we
ring?
living in a simulation,
Yeah.
or is it all just our imagination? Take a look and decide for yourself.
The sky just changed.
Oh, then there's this guy. I forgot about this guy.
You want me to continue playing it?
Yeah. Oh, yeah, because it gets really good at the end, too.
Really? All right. This is what they don't want you to see. This was our mistake, it says.
I think this one girl on TikTok really found the glitch in the matrix. If you stand in front of a fucking
Just
mirror,
wait, because
look at yourself, say, I am you, you are me, this is my body. Stare at yourself for a couple seconds.
I don't know what
It's weird
goes
as
on with this
shit.
part, but wait till this right here.
What's going on? All the lights are traffic lights is out too. Oh my god. Yo. What is going on? Yo, that's whoa.
That's messing with my eyes.
Whoa, and it goes all dark.
Damn.
Not this too.
Ma, you see this?
No. Holy shit.
What
What
is-
the hell is that?
Wait
What
a
is
second. Look at
happening?
it's starting to show up.
See this? Oh my god, what the fuck is happening? What is that? What is that?
I see it now.
Yeah.
I don't know what that is, Shawnee, but it's all pretty wild, my friend. Yeah.
Yeah. The guy when the guy does the finishing thing, I forgot about him. It doesn't really I don't know what that's about, but
Yeah.
the stuff in the skies is very interesting. There is so when you see a circle like that in the sky, they call it a ring of fire.
Rolling.
Yeah, it's not a good thing. I wouldn't think that's good. Years ago, I was on my way home from work one night, and I saw this there was this glowing. It was more than like a star sized. It was big, and it wasn't the sun. And people told me after the fact that it had to have been a satellite, but it was big. It was in the sky, and it was big, glowing like shining light.
Wow.
Like almost like it was like reflecting the sunlight because the sun was. And I'm trying to drive, so I don't have my phone out to record it. So I really feel like I'm just saying this, but. Believe me, I was shocked as shit because I was like, it's not a plane because it was too big. It was big. It was almost not the same size as the sun, but big. Damn. Shining back at me, and I wish I had it on film because then I could show that. But White Knight Cutlass has a lot to go on there tonight, and he's asking if I am not a mechanic per se. I do work in the auto body industry, so and I talk like this before I even began that.
The automotive field.
I am, and I told my son when he was going to school. Because he was like, "Oh, I can just come work with you," and I said, "Absolutely fucking not."
You did him a scared straight program. You bring him to work, so you tell him,
"No.
You better work your ass off. So you don't ever end up in here.
Do something else. Do anything else. There's
ain't nothing wrong with that. But really, ain't nothing wrong with it, Shawnee, because we do need mechanics. We need people from all kinds.
I know
of
we
fields
do.
in
I
life,
know
right?
we do. I know.
But I understand when we're talking to our kids, we kind of want more for them, or you want them to think on that next level, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Mm-hmm.
We also have number 275. This is an interesting weather manipulation story that I've heard about.
That's a thing, Shawnee? They manipulate the weather? Interesting. Well, it's
Somebody
funny, Shawnee, because
not us on the show.
Since you brought up weather manipulation, I will let you know that over this past weekend, I was totally ignoring it, but I saw it and I let it go. My wife looks up in the sky and she goes, "Oh, look at those patterns that they're doing." And it's totally unlike her to give a shit about any of it. I'm like, "What are you trying to get me started again?" I noticed them, but I was letting it go today. I was just in the mood to let it go that day. So even she notices things like this, and it's really not her thing to be pointing out conspiracies or things of this nature. But since you said weather manipulation, let's play this.
This is Saudi Arabia.
Oh shit, I've been hearing they've been having some crazy stuff happening over there, bro. Snow in the desert. This is bullshit. I don't have all season radios. This is bullshit.
Yeah.
I bought the standard tires. I didn't think we would need snow tires.
Yeah. fucking wild, dude.
Snow on the desert.
That's crazy, no?
And what's it over in Dubai? They were getting some extreme, like, hurricane type storms or thunderstorms over there and breaking out glass and things like that, Shawnee. Storms that they don't typically get.
The other part of this, of that clip, there was another clip involved in that post. That was there was a flood in Israel, I believe, right?
Yeah, let me try to open this one. There's been floods and odd weather in parts of different parts of the world that don't normally experience this type of weather, Shawnee. But here's the
weird.
Here we go. This is the flood you were talking about. Flash flooding, right here.
Uh-oh. I'd say those cars are all a total loss.
Get the Carfax. You better get the Carfax on each one.
Yeah, fuck yeah.
So over typically warm climate parts of the earth, traditionally warm climate parts of the earth that typically don't get this type of weather, they are experiencing snow in deserts and floods in Israel, Shawnee.
So when they say when the talking heads say climate change,
you may ask yourself. Oh, sorry.
They're saying it because they're the ones causing it.
They go, well, okay, well, maybe so.
You know what I'm saying? There's like climate change because they're
we'll say weather manipulation. How about that? Yes.
Weather manipulation is really what it is. Bobby, can we also go to number 273? And you'll like this one. I was just in the state of New Hampshire.
Really?
And they're trying to pass a law that I guess they would have been voting on today. Can I say this state name?
And was it like Louisiana or Kentucky? Another state has tried to legislate this too, where they say they don't want any of this type of stuff going on over their state.
Yes, it was Kentucky, I believe, was the other state was saying that. And now we also have New Hampshire.
New Hampshire. All right, I'll run this for you right here. The anti-weather modification legislation in New Hampshire, because they may not be able to affect it on a federal level, but they're now to try to affect it on a state level by creating state laws about it.
Okay, everyone, take a look at this right here. This is a legitimate story, a news story, and this is legislation being proposed in the New Hampshire House of Representatives. And I'm going to read the title of the legislation. This would prohibit the intentional release of polluting emissions, including cloud seeding, weather modification, excessive electromagnetic radio frequency, and microwave radiation, and making penalties for violations of such prohibition. So, I know a lot of people talk about stuff like this at times, a lot of it going around on social media, but in New Hampshire now, a group of lawmakers have put together legislation making it illegal in that state to attempt to change the weather through scientific means like these listed right here. So this is real. This is not something that's out there. This is a news story. This is happening. What do you think? You need to follow me. That's why I left the mainstream media in order to give you the real news that you're not seeing on your nightly news. Follow me right over there. Hit the plus button.
There you have it, Shawnee. So what do you think, buddy? What are your comments about that?
Well, he is absolutely right that the mainstream news is not going to discuss this at all. It's not. They as much as we're not allowed to discuss things, they're not allowed to discuss things.
Yeah.
It doesn't fall within their
mandate, if you will.
Yeah, I guess that's a good word.
Their mission.
Yeah. Like we've been seeing, on the show, we've pointed out many times we'd see the plane flying and it's leaving contrails.
We sure have, yes.
And then suddenly they shut off.
Yeah, we've had many instances of it. We've showed multiple, 10 or more probably, easily.
And times where, contrails, all of a sudden there's a bunch of them all there and then they turn into clouds. That mysteriously, like there's like light, like light clouds, and all of a sudden they just keep evolving into larger clouds.
And so so when thinking about legislating this, that's what I wonder, Shawnee. Okay, so say they as a state they successfully block this. First of all, I don't know how they would enforce this over the federal government if the federal government has some kind of sky mandate over them. I don't know the legal ramifications of that, but and what if the cloud seeding occurred in another state and then you get the effects of it? It blows in your state. So
I hear that.
It helps a little bit. I guess it's a drop in the right direction.
Well, I guess. So as they always say, the squeaky wheel would get the grease. Yes.
Yes.
So like, if you're a state that's saying we don't want this,
Mm-hmm.
and they're like, all right, let's just try to avoid them.
Yeah.
And we'll just do it in all the other states until enough states all start saying the same thing.
Mm-hmm.
Then maybe we have a case. For now,
I think
it's a step in the right direction.
Mm-hmm. I think this story is similar to like the UFO stories, Shawnee, because how have we evolved through the UFO story and this chemtrail or contrail story, in that it used to be they would flatly deny UFOs or any kind of unidentified flying objects or anything like that, right? Now we're getting into the phase where they're not exactly denying these things anymore. Just like the cloud seeding. You can tell how now we're into the legislation phase, Shawnee. We've gone past the acceptance phase. It's like, okay, well, we're now accepting that everybody, no one's really saying this isn't happening, and now we have to go to the legislative step in order to address this. It's kind of interesting how this has all evolved, Shawnee, to where a couple years ago they were almost basically flatly denying that cloud seeding was going on.
Well, and that's a part of it that really drives me nuts. That like somebody can say, okay, I accept that part of it, but I don't accept that, X, Y, and Z, that we're trying to hide these other creatures that may be alive in our woods, or that they're, every step where we accept that this is going on is a step towards revealing more.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like,
yeah, right.
And that's that cloak down, that like you're starting to see behind the green curtain and see the Wizard of Oz. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and we were kind of touching on this a little bit just before the show started, Shawnee, how, he talks about mainstream media and how he had to leave mainstream media. And I do think that there was a point where this information, like about UFOs or cloud seeding or whatever the narrative was of the day, was a lot easier to control when you only had like the three major networks and maybe like, another network kind of in there. But now with the advent of social media and this freedom of information, there's no longer this absolute control over narratives anymore, Shawnee. And now people have, people that are professionals in other industries that didn't have a voice on mainstream media now have a way to report these things to us, like about this and the food chemicals and other things that we've discussed right here on this show.
Absolutely. Because now you can see somebody somewhere else saying, yeah, there are some weird things in the sky here too, and they show you their clouds or the planes flying over their heads, and everyone can start to say, oh, it's not just here, it's glowing on all over the place, and somebody will catch one that turns off the contrails and say, oh, that's not how that works. That's not how contrails work. They don't just stop.
Yeah.
Like, but I definitely with a harsh line,
But we're definitely learning things at a lot faster and a lot more freer, open pace than we ever were when we were younger, Shawnee. There's a lot more information available to us, and there's enough out there where you can go to multiple sites and kind of form your own opinion rather than have an opinion being fed to you.
Yes. There's a lot more. Now we're at an information buffet where before we were just at like there was just
a dinner, it was a little dinner, had a certain menu,
a menu, a prescribed menu.
Good metaphor, yes.
Yeah, so now we can dig into whatever we want and like look and see. There's a whole lot out there,
and that's why we've been having fun here on the Seany Zone all this time on the Shuli Network, buddy.
Hell yeah, fucking A. We got some colors to deal with.
Nice, pretty colors.
Colors. that is, if you go back and listen to that song by Ice-T, it's wicked whack now. Like it at the time, it was great, and you know,
it was funky, dope, fly, fresh, yo. What you know about that?
Yeah. Anyways, we got $5 from the Nooch. Hey, pal, it's you know who. I left the DV, but I had to support your last show. Glad to hear you are okay. So sorry to see you go. Thanks for the ride. Well,
that's very nice.
You know, Nooch, stay tuned. Nothing is over. Nothing is over. Beer League hockey for 10. What do we got? Super sticker.
Super duper sticker. Thank you, Beer League hockey.
Great, man. Thank you so much, sir. Dawn gifting 5 Shuli Network memberships. Thank you, Dawn.
Somber skull.
Somber skull.
Skull.
Somber skull for Dawn.
Skull.
There we go. Thank you, Don, for the 5 gifted. Thanks, everybody.
Yeah, you guys have been really great. You know, our times are almost. Well,
you're giving them their money's worth for the last show, Shawnee. You're giving it to them today, boy.
Yeah. My point was I was trying to say thank you all so much for all the support. You guys have been great. Stay tuned. Nothing is over. You know, like at the end of First Blood, you know, and he's like, it's over, Johnny. It's over, Johnny. Nothing is over. So we'll see where this all falls. And I'd like to thank you, Andy. Hello, Andy.
Come on, buddy. Come on, scream with us, Andy. One last time. Come on, buddy.
Come on, bud. Come on in. Group hug.
That's our bro, Andy, the producer from Toronto. Ontario. I said Toronto.
Great, guys. It's a lot of fun. And, you know, like Chuck Zito used to say, we'll see you when we're looking at you.
Yeah, like it's been a great ride. And like I keep saying, keep your eyes peeled. Keep your ears to the road. The train tracks, whatever. I don't know. Whatever they say.
Whatever they say.
That isn't even probably isn't even a saying at all, and I just made it up. So, Big Daddy Dodo, $1.99. It's over.
It's over, Johnny. It's over. Uh-oh.
Well, at least he didn't say it's over, Shawnee. Because if he said that, then I would have been scared. But he didn't, so it's fine.
Big Daddy Dodo, what's up, BDD?
Yeah, BDD.
Good to see you, bud.
So it's been a great ride, and we'll see where this all lands. Coming up. But
yeah, Shawnee, we'll keep talking. We'll work it out. I told them, but when you were away for your little break, when you had your computer issue, that you might work on your channel or something, and you can get information through my show on BF Live, or maybe we'll talk to Andy and Shuli and all and see what happens after the first of the year. But the Seany Zone isn't dying. We're just bye for now.
That's it.
Sorry. Oh no! I don't even want to say it. I don't want to say that. I can't say it.
It's over, Shawnee. It's over.
Nothing is over.
There you go. It's over, Shawnee. It's over.
Yeah. All right. So here's to all of you for now. Stay safe. Stay vigilant, and please, like the Cartnarks preach, return your fucking shopping cart.
For really though.
Please. Uncle
All
Rico
right.
coming up.
All right, and here goes one last time. Here, yes, Uncle
You got to clip that shit
Uncle
right
Rico
there.
to come. Uncle Rico to come. And here is Walston one last time with Through My Eyes, Eyes.
Aye. Thank you, Shawnee.
Hold it,
Thank you, Shuli. Thank you, Andy from Ontario. Thank you, chat family. We love you all, and look for the future of the Seany Zone. The future is coming, folks.
The future is coming.
Good night and peace.